goes into this box and it's controlled by temperature, because temperature is what kills all the bad pathogens.
That's right.
Simply temperature. And this is the box on our farm when we have our course. It's full up in 1 week, then it shrinks down,
Right.
and in one box you can put 28 toilets
Really?
in a week. 28 in one box. So you need two because you use them alternately. And
you're putting other organic matter in there too?
Yeah, the green waste, the weeds, what they're chopping from the side of the road, all these things is all you need.
Do you need that other stuff?
Oh yes, you've got to have the other mediums, but they're everywhere in Uganda. And in 28 days, it can look like this, completely safe.
Manure, right?
And this is so powerful manure, we can grow food. We just broadcast the seed by hand. It grows anything. This is Mizuna, different crops you may know, and red amaranth.
Right.
Fantastic crops. We had Rothamsted Research, who are doing a nutrient uptake trial, because we believe our system of growing without digging produces more nutrients in the food, which gives the children higher IQ. And that's why Rothamsted, this is Professor of Sustainable Systems, have agreed to embark on this trial with Oxfam and other major groups. We got 300% increase. This is a courgette.
I know, it's such a big one.
and 19-inch
and no seeds. They're this big, no seeds.
Really?
Yeah.
And they keep for 1 year. If you keep it for a year, the seeds will develop. And this is DEFRA, which is the English Agricultural Board, made a report in 2007, and they said the keeping properties of a vegetable is determined by the mineral content. So we put minerals in the ground by the compost, and that's why they last so long. So you have a more food secure system.
Really?
Which is what Oxfam and Save the Children are all trying to do. That's why this system should be everywhere. Save the Children have seen us. We have met Save the Children. This is English soil. This is what chemical farming does.
It does.
And this is more like concrete than soil.
This is true.
This is very sad how these fields are turning like this. There's no life in the soil, only growing with chemicals.
That's right.
No wildlife, no birds, no bees, nothing. So our system creates soil, very rich organic matter, which is crucial for farming. And our students are amazed when we take the front off the box. All the children and the students gather around and can see all the organisms moving. It's full of life, teeming with life.
You keep the cycle going on.
Yes.
Because everything that we have is natural.
That's right.
And therefore, the water that we drink, we urinate it, goes back, and again we bring it back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. So we use this as the flush for the toilet. And and we know one of the major problems in Africa is I'm a member of the SUSAN-A Alliance, Sustainable Sanitation Alliance, funded by the German government.
Yeah.
There's 3,000 members practicing sustainable sanitation all around the world. And the biggest problem on their website, you can look it up, is when children, girls go to school, they don't go to school when they have their period, because the boys tip it out, the boxes, the bins, they tip it out, and they do not go to school. They lose hundreds of thousands of education hours. But our system is in the toilet, which is like this. Where's the picture of the toilet? We got one here. Anyway, it was at the beginning. Yeah. The toilet, inside the toilet, goes all the sanitation waste. Oh, I thought I had a picture.
You missed one page. There's one page there.
Alright, well that's in Haiti. But I have got it in here actually. If you hold that for me. Look, I have got that picture here. The inside of the toilet looks like this. Looks like that. So this is just a mobile toilet, but there's the toilet. It looks like an ordinary toilet. This is made in South Africa. We can import this. Inside is my system with the bag. And then that is the flush. So you cover it. And the sanitation waste goes in flat.
The urine is separated.
The urine is separated here. This is made in Kenya. This is thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of these are made in Kenya.
Yes.
And all the schools are using these. So you separate urinal, and then the waste goes here, and then the flush is this. So the sanitation waste is not known about. It's gone in the toilet.
I've seen it at his demonstration farm.
Yes.
No odor at all. None.
So now, Richard, what we're doing here now is is not right.
It's all over Africa. It's the standard system. The French have put them in, massive, and they have big vent pipes. You don't need any of this. Huge concrete building, you don't even need that. You just need to separate the urine, and you pour the urine onto piles of earth, and that becomes a fertilizer in itself.
Urea.
How are we going to begin after putting
We raise the funds.
a lot of money in this
right back
stupid thing?
I'm right back here. You close it down and make a school classroom on there. And you have toilet anywhere. You can have toilets in the garden so people don't have to walk back here. The staff can have toilets everywhere if you want a toilet. And it's very easy. I'm doing it in a Buddhist farm in France. They've got them all over the farm. And the Buddhists love it. They've never had, they wrote a wonderful review on my website, you can see. So anyone can
After
do this.
spending all this money now, we are going to do something else.
You don't need to spend the money.
Well, no, it's still education
Yes.
for the children because they'll go out to the world, so they're going to see that also.
And you see,
Not total loss.
convincing parents
No,
also,
no.
you need to introduce this gradually to parents. You see, when you just begin this, they think that you are really going to destroy their children. That hygiene-wise, that with them, you convince them just gradually.
The little ones don't need to know anything because we are doing the best. You know,
It is the best. But
so, I mean,
It's education for adults,
that's
too.
right.
Because many adults, like you say, they'll think it's not hygienic.
And this is a 4-box system, and it's a cholera-proof system. So when cholera breaks out, the material stays in here, right, for up to 90 days, and it means you cannot spread cholera. And this is why Oxfam are very interested, because nobody has a cholera-proof sanitation system. Nobody has got one. So it's a revolutionary concept that was done as far back as 4,000 years ago in China, and I've researched it from the British Library, and it's been done before. So this knowledge is always there, but it's locked away, it's been lost.
That's right.
And we want to bring it to Africa, because it can then go around the world.
And you can start with here.
Of course. Definitely, for sure.
And it's so clean, and it's so wonderful. You'll have people visiting your school to see the system. I guarantee that. In fact, we went from the church up at Chakiri, who were next door to our farm. We went to, they took us to the government office of the Minister of Water and Sanitation, right? Now, he was the ex-minister, and he'd been doing it his whole life. And he said to me, I've never made the connection between eco-san and agriculture. But this is where we come in. Howard did all this work years ago, and he proved by killing the pathogens with the temperature control in the box, very safe, you can use it as fertilizer. And it's huge vegetables. You saw my little book?
Yes, we have seen also the other one. The other side,
Yeah.
you've seen?
And then we'll also look at the rest of these pictures, because there's some very interesting pictures in here. This is letters from Prince Charles, who knows about my system. I had a handshake with him. This is me meeting Prince Charles
Yes.
as an environmental consultant.
You're right.
And I write to him, and he's seen my films. We have sent him my films of Haiti, when we went to the earthquake disaster. And here we are. We were training the children to do the same system of sanitation as Howard did it 100 years ago, with no boxes. No boxes. In each of these heaps here, there is 150 waste in each heap. So easily you can have several of these heaps around. You recycle the waste, and there's no smell, no flies. But now we put it in a box because it passes the World Health Organization's regulations. Because a rat gets into sanitation when there's cholera, you spread cholera.
That's right.
So in the box it can't get in.
No.
It's rat proof. And that's why we need to make them out of fiberglass, because rats can't eat fiberglass, and it's insulated, so the night temperature drops down, but it's insulated, and it continues to 65 degrees, and that kills all the pathogens. So it's very safe. It's much safer than putting sanitation into water. That's how cholera is spread. So it's a dry system, and Africa would have done this years and years and years ago.
That's right.
It's an ancient system.
Okay.